What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you an example of a really good metal skate park. There's definitely some really bad metal skate parks out there, but there are also some that are a lot of fun to skate. So one thing I like about this skate park is they don't really waste a lot of time on giant quarter pipes. They have a lot of small obstacles. Having a nice small spine like this is definitely a positive. You don't need really tall quarter pipes. Most people can't skate them anyway. You just need small quarter pipes that people can learn to skate on. With this box, I almost wish it was even a little bit smaller, but it is nice and it does have metal coping. It does slide really well, so you can definitely learn to skate on this box. So this is one of the worst parts of the park just because it's just too tight right here. So when you're trying to skate this rail, like if I wanted to nose slide it or something, I don't have much room at all. If I'm goofy footed, I'm coming from this side to get on. I came here because I thought I could get some nose slides on this rail, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to carve enough to get into it. I think I'm going to have to go pretty parallel just to get into a nose slide on this rail. So this part of the park could definitely use being like twice the width that it is. It is decent to have a nice down rail in a small metal park like this. There's also a variety of different flat bars. That round rail is definitely the best one. Then we've got this kinked rail. I don't really like kinked rails. I'm sure there's somebody out there that likes to skate them, but it's kind of tall at the first part. You don't want a flat bar any taller than this. That's already pretty big. And then we've got a smaller square rail. So this one, some people like to do 50/50s on square rails. For me, I'd rather do them on a round rail. I feel like I can lock in a little bit better for everything on a round rail, and there's less friction. You can see how thick this is. There's a lot more friction on the bottom of your board, and that'll slow you down. You can see on the round rail it's a lot thinner on the top. There's a lot less friction touching the board while you're sliding. I also like parks that have a quarter pipe to the mini ramp like this. I feel like it's nice to be able to transfer from one quarter pipe to the other. It's always a fun obstacle. I'm not someone that really skates picnic tables, but it's nice to have a small picnic table like this where you feel like you're skating a street obstacle, but it's much smaller. It's like a miniature picnic table, like a picnic table at an elementary school or something like that. Kind of like those ones they skate in California. The rainbow rail represents a different kind of obstacle, something you don't really see at every skate park. I like that the quarter pipes are kind of close to each other. Almost pushing them closer, making them touch might be interesting, but it's interesting that you could actually do a frontside or backside 180 from one to the other. You could do a little transfer, a little air, a little gap here. But yeah, I would kind of like to see what they would be like if they were touching each other, because they're pretty much the same height. That might be interesting, but you'd have to have a couple guys to push these because they're probably close to 1,000 pounds. Underneath, you've got a lot of broken glass, and then you've got the anarchy symbol, and an Egyptian cross. I feel like this is just about the perfect size for a quarter pipe. I wouldn't want it to be any bigger, maybe even a little bit smaller. Some of the towns that don't have a skate park yet, I think if they were going to build a skate park, they should definitely not go bigger than this with the mini ramp. Maybe wider, but not taller, because you need it to be small enough that people can actually learn to skate on it, and they can actually learn some more technical tricks on it. You get some interesting graffiti at this skate park. So all in all, I feel like this is a good skate park, and most of the people that grew up skating here got really good at skateboarding. You can tell if a park is good just by how good the locals get, and how good it actually does at training them to skate. Also how much retention it has and how long the locals keep skating. If all the locals quit, you know the park wasn't very good. So yeah, today's not the best example of a lot of people skating here, but I actually do think this park has a good group of locals that actually are committed to skateboarding. I think it did a good job at training them to be good skateboarders. So all in all, I would say Danville Skate Park is a success story. I really enjoy skating this park, and a lot of other people do too. Here's the thing, they spent a lot of money that they didn't really need to spend. A lot of money was just wasted. All you really need is a good quarter pipe, something this height or shorter, maybe wider than this, something you can grind on, a round flat bar like the one over there. You don't need all those different size flat bars. Nobody skates the other flat bars ever. People only skate the round one. And then a manual pad / grind box. You want something a little bit smaller than this one though. This one's a little bit too tall, maybe wider, but shorter. I would look at parks like Nicholasville's Lake Mingo Park. They've got a good construction. It's made out of concrete, but it's a hollow concrete construction. That same company makes some really good ramps. In New Albany, Indiana, not the Flow Park, but the older park, there is a long, short quarter pipe that's exactly what I'm talking about, made by the same people that made that Nicholasville Lake Mingo Park. That company also makes nice flat bars and manual pads. If you look at Kirk Levington, there is a manual pad that is made by those same people. The one that looks like stairs, but you can get one of those that is just a low manual pad with metal on the sides for grinding. So besides having the flat bar, the one wide quarter pipe, and the manual pad, you might need a bank ramp. Something like this bank ramp over here, except made of that hollow concrete like you see in Lake Mingo's Park. That would be a perfect skate park, and it would be relatively inexpensive. So with cities like Elizabethtown that don't have a skate park yet, I would suggest they look into something like that. Another good thing about this park is that there is enough flat ground, so you have enough space to play games of skate. That's a big thing these days. Like, people like to just play flat ground games of skate, so you need ample space for that. So yeah, that's my review of Danville's Park. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.